Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. Everybody struggles. Everybody fails. Everybody falls short from time to time. The important thing is how do you deal with that? It's not rhetorical. How do you deal with that? How much effort are you putting into your plan, whatever it is, whether it's raw vegan, raw till 4, just vegan and cooked food every day? How much effort are you putting into it? Do you have a plan for dealing with your triggers? Do you have a plan for dealing with your cravings? I see so many people, and I'm gonna try to explain exactly what I'm talking about, because sometimes, especially when you're online and when it's, I'm not expressing every word that's in my head, so I don't want it to be taken the wrong way or misunderstood. Support is a great thing, but support without any plan or without doing anything differently is basically just having some cheerleaders on the sideline cheering the kid that never really does anything, doesn't score in the game. I mean, yes, we give each other support. How do I say this just right? But support is not enough. Okay, we see it all the time, whether you're in the forum or on a Facebook page. So-and-so went off the rails and ate this, and the warriors all come, oh, well, we all fail, and we all do this, and, you just got to pick yourself right back up. But after picking yourself up for the 157th time, the 300th time, don't you think somewhere doesn't that little light bulb go off and say, okay, am I just going to keep doing this for infinity? Or am I going to figure out a plan? Am I going to figure out a way to stay on the lifestyle that I've chosen? And a lot of it just always goes back to preparation. You've got to be prepared. Because once you get in the middle of a craving or a meltdown or whatever, you need to be able to take care of it like that. And I don't know what your triggers are. I don't know what your cravings are. I don't know like if you're a sweet tooth type person, if you're a salty type person, if you're both, if you have cravings from time to time for both types of things. So you have to act accordingly. If you have cravings for both types of things, you got to keep stuff around for emergency situations. Like people that are smoking. They keep, well, that's not a great example because they chew gum constantly, when they're getting off, but you need to have something around. Okay, for instance, if it's that sweet tooth thing, if you have a problem and that sweet tooth builds up and you always fall and you eat a candy bar, you eat something that's really bad, always keep dates around the house. Dates are little sugar bombs. I mean, I'm going to preach the bananas some more, but people just don't seem to get it. You can solve a lot of problems with bananas. And when I say that, let me clarify that I'm not one of those people, like I'm actually down on myself a little bit now but for eating too many bananas, just kind of out of convenience because they're easy for me to get and eat. So I'm not advocating just eating bananas or banana being like the be-all end-all of raw vegan eating or vegan eating, but they're easy and you can always generally find them wherever you are, and they're just a good little quickie to have around the house. But I would say the dates are the best. For the salt, if you have salt problems, keep celery around the house all the time. For recipes, I mean, I'm trying to think of things that would be a natural, that would simulate a salty taste without using the salt, or that's quick. I don't know so many quick things. I do know that as I'm breaking my habit to salt, and I've been pretty good, I'm not using salt now for close to 7 or 8 weeks. I've been using, and I usually have that for something else, and I don't use much, but I've been using a little bit of the Bragg's Amino in my soups, which kind of gives it a little bit of a salty, maybe a smoky type taste. But that's just me. Like I say, I don't want to give you any particulars here. It's all about what works for you. I just always go back to the Einstein's definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, like I say, I mean, you see the people that, and you hear their story over and over, and I don't really say anything, I'll be honest. I'm I don't comment a lot other than just to give encouragement also, because if it's not somebody you know personally, this stuff, it can all be misconstrued. And there's a lot of ultra sensitivity in this vegan, raw vegan world, and people get real touchy when they even feel like you're being unsympathetic or you're being mean or you're not, you know. I believe in real truth. And I believe sometimes and I've had truth given to me in the past that, yeah, it might hurt. It's not sugar-coated. It doesn't make me feel great at the time, but it's what I need to hear. I mean, if all we do is just keep listening to the cheerleaders that tell you every time you fail, oh, yay, oh, it's okay, get back up. If that's all your backup is, if that's all the support you have to be successful in this lifestyle, and to be quite frank with you, you're probably not going to be successful. If you're not, you know, this lifestyle comes easier to some than to others, and maybe that's not fair, but life isn't fair in general. So some people are going to have to really work at this. And I see that a lot of times. It's, you know, I want to say to the person, which I don't, or how hard are you really working on this? You know, you can't just, we need to educate ourselves, which I've preached many a times, but it's not just about watching endless YouTube videos about recipes, philosophies, and even the science behind, you know, what certain foods do and why we eat them and how they process through our body and what they do for our body. It's also a matter of you working on a plan, you know, planning your success. I could get into some real motivational stuff here. I actually thought about doing that one time. Could you say, oh, Jack is a Tony Robbins type character? But it really is. Some of that, you know, some of that stuff's kind of hokey. I remember the one, did I say this before in a video? It's a sales thing. It's about plan your work and work your plan. That actually might be from one of those culty, multi-level marketing type operations that I was somewhat been involved with in the past, never for very long. They always kind of creeped me out a little bit. But I like that phrase, plan your work, work your plan. This lifestyle is doable. There's really no reason to see people not succeeding with what they're trying to do. You know, whichever lifestyle you're trying to go. And like I say over and over, I don't care how you're eating. You know, I saw somebody else do a video on that last night or, you know, a couple of days ago, and they were so right on. You know, they hit it right on the head. We need more unity in this loose-knit community. I don't even know if you call it a community because there's so many different beliefs and different ways of eating, but in a way we are a community. You know, most people watching this are vegans. Most people in these forums and communities I go to are vegan. So let's start there. That's what we have in common. And, you know, to be quite honest, I'm mostly raw. I'm darn near 100% raw. But I don't consider myself superior to anyone. I see a lot of people out there that eat cooked food every day, and they're hella clean. I mean, this is clean cooked food. It's not like I was doing when I was eating more cooked food. It's not like steaming the potatoes and then gobbing olive oil on them, or any other kind of fat. I mean, I see these people that are eating potatoes and they got steamed vegetables, and you know what? God bless them. And they look like, and they're getting results, and they're doing well. So, you know, I never want to get into that. So this is geared to anybody, you know, whatever your path is on and what you're trying to accomplish, how to succeed at what you want to succeed at. Anyhow, come up with a plan. Come up with some little tricks. If you've got to even do hokey stuff, like, you know, if you've got to get a Post-it and write something on there and put it on your refrigerator. If you've got to write something and put it on your mirror in your bathroom, you bloody well do what you've got to do to get what you want. I mean, I'm a fighter. I'm going to scrape. I'm the kind of guy, you know, used to, and luckily I don't get in fights, but if you attack me in the street, I'm like a little crazy animal in the woods. I'm not going to be all graceful and look like a big fighter, but I'm going to bite you. I'm going to kick your knees. I'm going to break feet. I'm going to scratch. And that's how we do with life. You know, it's like you got to get out there and fight with life. You got to fight. If there's things holding you back, if there's addictions, you got to fight those addictions. You gotta show those addictions who the boss is. Anyhow, just going to leave you with the one last thought. You can do this lifestyle. I don't care how many times you failed. I don't care what your frame of mind is right now. Maybe you're I'm making this on a Saturday. Maybe you're having a bad weekend. Maybe last week wasn't great. Maybe you didn't do what you wanted to do. Maybe, I don't care how many times you failed. All it is about turning that switch in the head. If you failed over and over and over, you haven't turned that switch yet. Once you turn that switch, decide you're going to do it, make a plan, have crutches, have backup, have things to get you through when you have struggles, when you have cravings, then you're going to succeed. It's guaranteed. There's no restricting on this lifestyle. There's no way you cannot succeed. You just have to eat. Tell me another diet that says that. Tell me any other lifestyle out there that just says, just eat. Want to lose weight? Just eat. You want to heal your body? Just eat. You get the message. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel and share these around if you've got friends or anybody you think might enjoy it or might learn something from it. Take care and have a wonderful day. See ya.